Just digging out the swales. Got a lot of videos on them here. We used an A-frame level and created them. There's about 15. Between the front and back, there's probably about 20 of them now. A couple of them are property wide. Some are just short ones in front of the grow beds. We've created raised beds behind that in a hugelkultur manner. Use buried logs, sticks, debris, straw. Put soil on top of that. As it breaks down, it becomes a giant sponge absorbing that water in the swale in front of it. I'm not going to get too into that, but I thought we'd just go take a look. I'm digging them out now. Every year when I put these swales, I fill them up with wood chips. And so every year those wood chips attract insects in, and the chickens dig through those, defecating in that. So the wood chip is a heavy carbon component. The chicken poop is a heavy nitrogen component. The two together is what we need for composting. So in 1 year it'll break those wood chips down and create a great soil out of it. A real nice start to it anyways. So I'll dig those out, top dress the beds below, and refill it with fresh wood chips. It also allows us to shape as we go throughout here. When we started, we didn't have much material available, but over the years, every year from digging out, along with all of our trees getting larger and the prunings and the yard waste, I expand these beds every year by just filling in behind them, using something to stop and fill up that area. I won't go on too much. We'll go down and have a look though. I'll show you what I mean. Hello, I'm George. This is Fat Ninja Farm. For those that aren't familiar with these videos, it's a half-acre permaculture design food forest in the city. You can see the skeleton of it right now because it's winter time. No leaves on the trees, obviously. What I want to talk about is a little bit about the swales and the hugel mounds. So these are the swales on the back side going down the slope here with these raised beds behind them. All the way down through here. This is the swale, small catch pond with a raised bed behind it. And it goes on down through the property like this. That has allowed us, and I guess we're going on 8 years now, to build an incredible amount of soil to take what was just a slope property here, put those swales in, build small hugel mounds on the downside. We'll see some of the larger tree material that's holding back some of the swales as well, used it as a backer in there, like we did the stones here on the other side. But then we use the branch material because the center of the tree has carbon, the perimeter has the nitrogen. We're looking for a lot more carbon, about 40 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. So the smaller branch material works real well. It breaks down just by burying it. So you can see the trimmings I have this year. So we'll take those trimmings, and I expand beds every year when I do my pruning, taking that, garden waste, and wood chips. But I don't want to go on too long about that. You can just see the way the whole landscape has changed shape. It's been very organic every year, adding to these beds, reshaping these beds as time and money allows. Took some blocks that I had this year, rescaped that one, concrete blocks last year to expand these out. So they started as just sloped beds off the back of the swales, and I've been able to flatten them out over the years. I'll just show down here. Hi, Angel. This one's been refilled with wood chips already. Still dug out on this end. A little better idea of the elevation change here. See just how much soil we've been able to build in about 8 years of doing this. Little small ones like this behind the blueberries. To the property are wide ones and larger ones like this. Another small one I built with blocks and extended it. But this is the soil that we dig out of here. Filling these swales up with wood chips. We'll fill it to the top of the wood chips. So all year long, these will catch water, fill up to the top, and overflow into the one below it, all the way down through the property. The wood chips will attract the insects. When those insects are in there, the chickens and ducks will go in there as well, feeding off those insects, defecating while they're in there. So we'll be composting in place that way. The heavy carbon from the wood chips with the nitrogen from the animals defecating in there. There'll be a fungal component as well. You can see the white mycelium on that branch and all of these wood chips. So within a year, those wood chips become the soil or close to it. So every year when we dig this out, like I said, we're able to top the beds below it or expand the beds as we have here and where the blocks are there, and it's organically shaped the property. I don't want to go on too much about it, just thought I'd share that. It's a great way of using what we have. Wood chips are readily available whenever you hear chipper in your area. Yard scraps. Hope that helps everyone. Peace. Have a good day.